What's going on, y'all? I'm Kennedy.
It's your boy Ace, man.
And today it's time to go beyond that bag. Man, today we got a very special guest. We got Priince in the building. Tell him a little bit about yourself. Tell him what you do.
Hey man, my name is Priince. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Student here at Georgia State University. Been in Atlanta for like 5 years now. Came out here to kind of change my situation. It kind of worked out, so
Okay.
I get to be here. Also, you know.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, what brought you down here in the first place?
So I graduated high school in 2020, so COVID year, like main COVID year. So our school ended in like March, and like so I had like offers to go to like different schools to play basketball and stuff like that. But I just wanted to leave. Like 2020 was like it was such a weird year because it was like my senior year, and then everything kind of got shut down. And then I don't know if you remember like during COVID, like New York got crazy. Like people just doing stuff to do stuff.
Are you for real?
Like the violence like went crazy for like a good like year and a half. So I was like, yeah, it's time to go. And so I had got an offer from Georgia State, but crazy enough, like I signed to go to Georgia State like 5 minutes before the deadline. I really didn't want to go to college.
Oh,
and I didn't want to go
okay.
to college. So my parents was like, yeah, bro, you either gonna go to college or you going to the military. And I got accepted to Georgia State. I randomly schooled on there. I applied to Georgia State and Kennesaw. And I didn't get to Kennesaw, so I was like, oh, I'm not going to Georgia. And I was like, you know what, let me try Georgia State. And crazy enough, I signed it and didn't know I was going to the perimeter campus, not the main campus.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, so they got a team over there? Like, how does that work?
So they have like, essentially it's like their associate's degree program. So basically like, it's a 2-year school. So if you don't have like the grades to get into the main campus or like something happens to your transcript, you go there first. So my advisor, I don't know how to do it for y'all, but like, she basically just asks for like, my advisor in high school, she just asks for like the list of schools you want and she just sends all your stuff out. But she messed, I don't know if it was COVID or what, but she messed it up and didn't send my transcript.
Whoa.
So I ended up going to the perimeter, and that's how I got down here.
That's crazy. And I like you said, I guess it worked out.
Yeah,
So that's
it
what's
worked
up.
out,
That's what's
We
up.
gotta give it up for New Yorkers in the chat.
Oh, I know about that. I know about
It's
that.
actually crazy because I got a similar story. Like after COVID, I moved down here a year after COVID just to get away from New York. So yeah.
That's trying to get out the town is bad.
But talk about like life growing up in New York. Like what was that like for you?
I feel like it was any like New Yorker story. Like it's just New York is a jungle. Like you just find a way to survive. I'm from Canarsie, so like you know, people say Canarsie not that bad, but like you know, we still got the same struggles. I grew up in a part of Canarsie where like we were like boxed in between projects, so like we kind of had similar stories. But my dad did a really good job of like keeping us kind of separated from that because my dad grew up from that. Like my whole family grew up in Canarsie for like 3 years, and I'm also Jamaican, so like you know, you got that cultural thing, you know. It was cool. I hated it growing up, but I didn't realize how much like it prepared me for life. Like it prepared me crazy. Like if you grow up like in a place like Brooklyn or like a Chicago or like a DC, you could grow up anywhere.
Why you didn't add Atlanta? What's wrong with Atlanta?
Atlanta's like Atlanta too, but it's like I think it's like specific parts of Atlanta. Like Atlanta's so broad. But like growing up in New York, it was cool. Like you know, I had a regular story, you know what I mean. I grew up with my pops, my big brother. I had cousins. It was just fun. I was just like that. I was that one kid that's always with like the older people. So I used to I was that one kid like, yo, where's his parents at? Like, why is he always outside?
Where's his parents at?
For real, like from the point I was like 6 or 7, like I was outside. That's like normal for me. I think that's why I like going outside now because that's what I'm accustomed to.
I tell people that all the time. I was taking like 2 city trains in a bus
Yeah.
to school at like 8 years old, 9 years old.
Yeah, for real. Like that's a
People
real
like,
thing.
That's
Like,
so crazy to me.
waking up, going from like waking up, you go to the store. Like people make jokes like bacon and cheese, but that's really like a part of my life daily.
What?
I was different. I didn't start getting on bacon and cheese until I got older, but I was like a turkey sandwich. I was like Sausalito on the turkey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go get a Sausalito. But that was back then when it was like you could get a bev, a snack, and a sandwich for like $5.
So how they be saying y'all really act on TikTok? It's like realistic.
It is, but it's like dramatized.
Some people exaggerate.
Yeah, it's not as
Like,
crazy.
oh, like, work too hard.
That's OD?
That's OD. Man, I don't really talk like that. At least my accent fades though, so.
You know, I heard someone say if someone has like a New York accent, they're probably faking it.
Yeah, a lot of times they
Most
are.
times.
Word.
Yeah, because like, I don't know. Typically, it's off. Now that I'm in Atlanta, but like if I get into like an argument or I start talking about something I'm passionate about, it'll kind of creep in. But for the most part, it's off. Like if you just talking like a New Yorker day in and day out, 9 times out of 10 it's a little forced.
Yeah,
It's fake.
to a certain degree. Especially like you ask somebody for it, like you go, oh, where you from? They be like, I'm New York. I'm from New York. For like the next 10 minutes, you'll hear them try to use every lingo they've ever heard in their life.
Word.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's kind of corny. I ain't gonna lie.
it's
That's kind of corny.
That's why they said a lot of people from New York make New York their personality.
I hear that all the time.
Yeah.
But people do that with a lot of like major cities too.
Yeah.
Though. So, but
It's
you,
like a flex from being from there. No, for real, like if
Wait, why though?
like if you say something like, yo, I'm from Atlanta, or I'm from Houston, or I'm from Cali, like those are like notable. Oh, you really from Cali? Like those are places that people like to travel to, and you grew up there. That's like it's like a flex.
Okay, that's true.
New York on a pedestal. Like,
yeah,
New York straight.
Oh.
No wait. I went like a couple months ago. It was alright.
Where'd you go?
Yeah, I was in
That's why
Manhattan. I went to Brooklyn too.
What part of Brooklyn?
He's
probably down there.
To be honest, I don't know.
He's probably down there by
wherever that little ferry drop you off at. That's where I was at.
Ferry.
Oh, I went to the wrong part of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
No, wait. I went to New Jersey too. That don't count.
What'd you go to New Jersey for?
I was just staying over there.
In New York, it's like, I tell people like, if you're a tourist, like Times Square and all that is cool. But like, if you like want the real New York experience, like you gotta go to them like inner cities. Like you gotta,
that's all, like
you gotta
girls,
go, you gotta go to like them real like parts, like the Flatbushes, the East New York's. Like
I'm from New York, and the places that everybody loves in New York, I hate.
Yeah,
I hear that a lot. I hear people avoid Times Square.
I spent 18 years
from New York. I hate Times Square. I don't like them.
Spent 18 years there. We only went once a year. And that's probably like when we got older, for like probably like 15 to 18, we went to Times Square. I can count my hands how many times I've been to Times Square.
Word.
We don't go there. What's there? It's like, okay, so you go for your birthdays. You got mad bread. You go out to like
Black Friday.
You go out there for that, but like nobody really goes. Like we probably go downtown Brooklyn, BBP, stuff like that.
What is that?
Brooklyn Bridge Park. It's like
I'm not telling
Brooklyn Park is like a park, like it's lucky like a luxury spot where they got trails you can walk. It's right by the water.
It's like the closest thing to the Beltline.
Yeah, it's like the Beltline.
Like y'all Beltline.
Yeah, it's like the Beltline.
BBP.
Yeah, BBP.
Okay, I didn't know. I might need to go fall back up there. That's kind of what's up.
BBP is cool. I went there. Not the last one went, but the time before that I went out there. That was like the first time I went like to go play basketball. That's what a lot of people like. At least where I'm from, like that's where we used to go out there play basketball. But like that was like the first time I like walked the trails. I was like seeing all the new stuff. Like they got mad stuff over there. It's really like a Beltline. It's like our version of Beltline for real.
Yeah. I need a BBP.
Yeah. BBP.
Stop, cause I feel like a tourist saying it now. Like I gotta pop out like.
Yeah, BBP is cool. Like if you want to go out there, like when I went, it was like middle of the summer. It's middle of summer. Like it was a nice day. It was calm. It was like cool. I was just walking it like.
I'm putting that on the list. Hey, vlog gotta come for that.
BBP is cool.
Vlog gotta come for that.
Alright, let's bring it back to Georgia though. Talk about your adjustment to Atlanta when you got down here. Like, how was it?
I didn't realize how like traumatized I was from New York until I got to Atlanta, because I moved to like the burbs. I moved to like Marietta, so like I'm like it's complete shift. I'm driving into the neighborhood, like people are waving at me. Like, I'm like, y'all look like.
Oh yeah.
I used to get on the elevator when I first got here. I get on the elevator and people say, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like,
Yeah, for real. Like,
I'm like, what?
For real, like, it was like a real culture shock for me. Like for the first like month and a half, it wasn't as bad as it is for other people, because my grandma moved out here in 2001. Mm-hmm. So like she bought it because my grandma and my mom were pregnant at the same time, so I got an uncle that's the same age as me. So like she bought the crib all the way back then, and then when my mom passed away, she still kept the house. So I used to always come here for like summers. So it wasn't as a big like change for me, because I always go back. I'll adjust to the suburb life and then go back to New York, and it's just right back to what I know. So when I moved out here, a lot of that stuff was like real different. Like it was like just small things, like people being like, yo, like, how are you? Like, you know what I mean? Just talking to me. I'm like, yo, why is he talking to me? You know what I'm saying?
I've heard Southern hospitality, like
thing.
It's like, I didn't realize that was a real thing until I went to New York. Yo, y'all are rude, bro.
Yeah, they are rude.
It moves so fast up there. I get it. Like, I don't care about your day. Like, I don't have time to ask that.
That's exactly what you just said is exactly like New York is so fast. Like everything is fast. Like just even like how you grow up is really fast. Like I don't know if we said it on here, but like that we used to really take like 2 trains and a bus. When I went to high school, I took 3 trains and a bus, and then when I was coming back home, I used to have to take 3 trains and 2 buses.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't fathom that. Like, I seen a little kid get on the MARTA by himself one day, and I started panicking. I'm like, bro, why is he getting on the bus by himself? That I went in New York, and I was like, wait, maybe it's just something I don't know.
No, that's like normal life. That's like normal life for us. Yeah.
So you came to Georgia.
Yeah.
So you started off at the perimeter campus, right?
Yeah.
Transitioned to Georgia State.
Mm-hmm.
during that time, were you doing social media? Like, tell me a little bit how that social media kind of played a big part in your life.
So social media, I've been doing social media for like over 12 years now. So like I've been on every wave of like social media. You can think of Vines, everything like.
You was on Musically dancing?
Nah, dancing.
Was you on Musically?
No, listen. You know, I tried to get on music because that was like the biggest thing at one point. But like I tried to kind of do other things, like try to like make skits like what I do now, and it really wasn't like doing what I needed to do. So I kind of gave up on Musically. I'm not a dancer, like, you know what I mean, like.
No rhythm.
Not really.
Yeah, you can stroll, so
I just don't like I'm not like a real big like, especially like how they were dancing on Musically. I couldn't get on that show. Like
they was going kind of.
Yeah, it was like a little different. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I always made content. Like content's always been a part of like something that I was passionate about. But I think the real big change came when I came to Atlanta, because that was like part of the reason why I came. It was like, you know, everybody in Atlanta, like, they doing big, like, it's Black Hollywood. You get what I'm saying? That's how they explained it. So I was like, all right, like, if I go out there, I'm gonna like really lock in, and that's exactly what I did. So when I got here, I was posting it every day, like over and over and over. I had like all these goals, I just stuck to it. Like there was nothing else. There was no distractions. Like I didn't have no friends. I had family, but I had no friends. All it was like school, and school is COVID, so it's like I'm only going once every 2 weeks. So between those 2 weeks, all I'm doing is making content, and I was posting like 8-9 videos a day on top of going live and like all that stuff. So like within like that first year, I went from like 80,000 followers to like 150.
Wait, did you just skip past like having one follower though? So how did you get from 80 to like, how does that? You just skip past.
I literally started the day after school got shut down in 2020. That's how. TikTok. I always posted on YouTube. Like YouTube's always been like my thing, but like TikTok, I gave in. I'm like, man, I was one of the people I didn't even have to download it.
Oh, I was one of those people too.
I was like, man, I'm not downloading TikTok. Why y'all? You know what I mean? So when I had gave in one day, I'm like, man, I'll just try it. And so I posted on TikTok, and the first night I posted, my video got like 1,000 views. First video, no false alarms.
That's when
1,000 views.
That's when TikTok
juiced up. Yeah, so I got like 1,000 views, and then I woke up, I had like 100 followers. I'm like, ooh, hold on, this is kind of easy. Yeah. Because I'm not even thinking about it. Like I'm real, like not even like on some like, you know, cocky or anything. Like I really like content. Like it just flows through me. You know what I'm saying? It's something that God blessed me with. I can make content. I can hear anything and make content from it. So like I was just posting just to post. Like I wasn't thinking much of it, and it take me no time. So I posted the first video, 100 views. 1,000 views. Had like 100 likes, and I got 100 subscribers. I'm like, okay. The next day I did it again. I just kept doing it every day. Within a week, I had like 10K.
Whoa.
Yeah, like it kind of was low key, like overnight low key. And so boom, that started, and I just kept going 20, 30, and then at a point I was gaining like 5,000 followers a day. And so I cracked the algorithm early, and the reason why I cracked it is because I used to only make content, like especially for TikTok, at nighttime. So like I didn't know what I was doing. Like I'm just posting a post. So like, you know, they always talk about like how it was like owned by China. So I was like, all right, maybe I have to appeal to that crowd in a way. So I used to just post at like 5 a.m.
You're the first person I've ever heard say that.
Yeah.
He's so smart.
Yeah, like for real, like if my first like 15 like viral videos, I posted them like 5 a.m. Because it's like, you got to think about it. 6 a.m. No, because this is how I was looking at it. Like, I was making the videos from like, I wait for all my family to go to sleep. Because we lived in like a 2-bedroom crib, like mad crib. There's like 7 of us. Me and my 3 brothers shared one room. So like, I used to wait for everybody to go to sleep because I didn't want people, oh, that's cringy, you know, I'm in front of the ring light and all that. So, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, cool. Boom, I just wait till like 1 o'clock in the morning. But this is COVID. So like, you know, they up playing the game. I was like, yo, don't come in the living room. And I just record from like 1 to like 4 a.m. And then at like 5, I didn't really have to edit. All I'm doing is putting captions on it. Mm-hmm. So I just posted like 5 a.m. Play Warzone. This is when Warzone was busting. So I played Warzone like an hour and a half, and then I fall asleep. So by the time I woke up at like 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the video was going crazy. And so it just kept going like that and just kept going.
I know that was a good feeling. And also, I think we need to do a little round of applause because he's actually coming up on when he dropped his very first YouTube video.
Yeah, so...
Do you know when you dropped your first YouTube video?
Yeah. I dropped my first YouTube video in like November of 2015.
Exactly.
Yeah,
November 14th.
November
14th, 2015. You dropped your YouTube video, you was playing 2K.
That's crazy.
So how did you switch from, you were a gamer, you were like Flight at a point.
Yeah.
So you were playing 2K, you were playing all these games, like you said, Warzone was busting at the time, it just dropped. How did you switch from that to IRL content? And then also switch into short form content IRL?
Yeah. So, I'm real ignorant. Like, when I like something, like, I like it. Like, I get real tunnel vision. So, like, when I first got into content, I was influenced by, like, the Pretty Boy Fredos, the Illuminati's, you get what I'm saying, the Flight. So, I was like, yo, and this is when I was heavy into games. So, I was like, yo, might as well just make content playing the game. So, I just started doing that. And I just kind of stuck to it for a while. But I just, like, I have these phases where I do play the game. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I'll play the game for, like, 3 months at a time, did not play for the rest of the year. And I always used to do that. So, like, boom. It was a little bit more consistent. It would be like 9 months, and then 3 months I'll take off. So, like, boom, I just started doing that, and I was doing that for a while. And it was pretty decent, but I was very inconsistent. I post once a month, stuff like once every 2 months. I might post for 2 weeks straight and then stop for like a year. So I kind of like that. And then as I grew up, I started like finding different YouTubers I used to like. So like Cash K. Crazy, that's my man's now. Like, he really, be cool. So I started watching Cash K. I was like, damn, like, I see him doing all these clothing hauls, back to school. I was like, I want that. It's kind of like my content usually reflects like what I'm like inspired by at the time. So like I wanted people to watch me for me and not what I was like playing.
Not the game.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
And that's like, I think I cracked that later. Like, Pretty Boy Fredo, we used to like watching 2K videos, but like Pretty Boy Fredo was like,
nobody wanted to watch it.
You know what I mean? Illuminati, his fans would watch anything he posts because they were watching for him. Yeah, so once I realized that, I was like, I really don't like playing the game. I want people to watch me. I'm actually funny. Like, I think I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? So like, it kind of like slowly transitioned out. I like Cash K. I was like, I see myself in Cash K. So it's like, all right, yeah, I want to start doing this. And then like one day I was just like, I'm done with gaming videos. So I don't play the game. Me posting content is contingent on me like playing the game, and I don't play the game. Yeah. So now I was holding myself back. Now it's an excuse for myself. And I'm like, all right, well, I ain't play the game, so I can't post. So I kind of like, it was like, one day I just woke up, I remember it was like 2017 or 18, something like that. I was in my uncle's apartment back when he lived here, and I was like, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm done posting. Like, I want to try IRL. And so I did that, and I remember my first one, I had waited until I went back to New York. This is one of them summers where I was in Atlanta, went back to New York, and me and my mans, they helped me record my first video. And I was like, from there, I was just doing IRL content.
Word.
So I did like public interviews, all everything like IRL that was like lit at the time, I was doing that.
So basically, I need a lot of y'all to like take note of this. Don't stick to what people want to see. Stick to people that want to watch what you do.
Yeah.
Because I definitely did peep that in a lot of people. You transition, like you said, from like Flight, Cash, anybody. When you're stuck to one form of content, the moment you wake up and you're like, bro, I really don't want to do this.
Yeah, you kind of
nobody cares.
Nobody
want
to see that. So I kind of got lucky because I didn't really blow up off any of that content. So I kind of blew up off the content that I actually wanted to make. But it made it easier because I wanted to make it. I was just posting. I was just recording again.
It felt good.
Yeah. So even then, I think that's why it took me so long to like even see any traction, because I always did what I felt like I wanted to do at the time. Like, my content wasn't based on anybody else.
That's real. That's real.
The fact that I know about when I first posted is so crazy.
We looked around a little bit.
It took me a second to catch that one.
So with that, right, you're on TikTok now. I know you said you want people to watch you for you. So, like, what kind of content are you focusing on? Or what do you want to transition your content to eventually? Like, is TikTok the end-all, be-all?
Nah.
You want to stream? Like, do you even want to be a full-time social media creator? Like, what do you really want to do?
So, I used to have, like, I think it'll change. Because I change a lot. Like, my focus changes a lot. So, like, TikTok is, like, the best, like, marketing app. Because all people doing is swiping. So it's like swipe, 15 seconds, you can get your point across, swipe, next person. So like, so you can use TikTok to push everything else out. But like, I think YouTube and streaming will be like my end all be all kind of thing. I tried out acting and stuff like that. Like, I'll use that to eventually get there. But I think YouTube is like probably gonna be the biggest thing. But I also hate posting on YouTube. Like, I genuinely hate editing.
Dude, we literally ran into that same problem. Yeah, back when I did YouTube, I had that same problem. I would record all day, have 50 videos ready, and then I sit down, it's time to edit. I don't want to do this, bro.
I think that's how I post so much short form content, because I can edit
the editing is like the worst thing in the world. Like,
yeah, I hate editing.
Swear to God.
We were making videos we started this in July, June.
Yeah, it's been about 4
So
or 5
we've been
months.
making videos for 6 months. I promise you. For like 4 months, we was recording videos. We did not post a video until we got an editor.
Yeah,
I swear to God.
and that's another thing. Like, I'm so specific on what my content looks like that like I haven't got an editor because I have in my head what I want it to look like. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I low key hold myself back, but yeah, I hate editing. Like it's my biggest thing. I hate editing. I can make content all day. Like I've been blessed to have like a pretty lit life where I do stuff very often. I'm sure people love to watch it. Just I hate
not finna sit down.
But that's where the game is changing on the content creation scale. Is like that's where the streaming comes in.
Yeah.
That's what everybody streams like.
Yeah.
Like streaming is like the most insane thing in the world. You don't have to edit anything. Like
Nah,
the big streamers,
true.
they just stream.
Nah, and that's another thing. I promise I'll start streaming this year.
You gotta start
I got
streaming.
like a
You
month.
lying?
No, I swear.
You know, you're almost over, right?
I know.
Do you already have a Twitch?
Yeah, I do.
So we're gonna put his Twitch in the bio, in the description. We might even put it on the screen. And we're gonna get him.
That's love.
We're gonna put his Twitch. And guess what? When y'all follow, he's gonna feel a need to stream.
No, I already feel it. They be asking me, bro. Like, it be so, like, it be, I said I was gonna do it because I was like, boom. But it kind of like, this year kind of went, this has like been one of the most stressful years I ever went through. But I learned so much from this year. So it's like, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start streaming. And then life just, I was like,
it's always something.
It got real bad for me for like a good 4 or 5 months. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just wait. But I did promise, I swore that I was gonna start streaming. So my first streaming is gonna be this year. But it's probably not gonna be to the quality that I want it to be. But also, you gotta start somewhere. So.
That's true.
That's literally what I was saying. Like,
yeah.
it be stuff that happens with all of this stuff. Like, oh, this happened in this episode. Like, it might be some noise in the background. It might be this, and I just be like, we just gotta start. Like, we just gotta.
Yeah,
post
you just gotta do
like,
it.
We gotta post it. We gonna get better as we go. Like, we just gotta.
I be telling people that. Like, my biggest thing is I also have to take my own advice. I be like, yo, just don't think about the content. Just post. Like, fall in love with posting. Fall in love with the content. But like, I sometimes I become so particular on how everything's supposed to be, and so when it doesn't go to plan, I'm like, nah. But like, nah, I'm gonna post this year though. They be asking.
You got 1.5. You got like 1 month.
Better late than never. If I start on December 31st, like I started, but when I do start, I'm gonna do it consistently.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And so, how do you get like other people, or specifically younger people, to have that mindset? Because a lot of people wait till they get older and then they realize like, if the camera's not scary, I could have been posting. Yeah. But like, they don't have the confidence or like the wherewithal to be consistent when they're like younger, like in their high school years or whatever. Like how was that journey for you? Was it just like you just never cared?
Yeah, I didn't really like. But I always tell people like, move at your own pace. Like, do it when you're ready. Because I feel like if I be like, yo, do it, and I force you, you're not gonna put your whole like everything into it. And content is something that you have to put everything into because you're competing with 1 trillion people. Everybody wants to be the next content creator. Everybody wants to be the next Kai. Everybody wants to be the next big influencer. But it's like it takes so much time, and it's so like draining, like mentally, physically, emotionally, because like you might put 5 hours into editing this video, you loved it, and it flopped, and then people lose confidence. I think that'd be the biggest thing. Like,
oh my God.
Like, for real, like I tell people, like people be like, yo, like how you do it? I'm like, bro, I didn't see my first viral video for like 8 years. Like I was just literally just posting. Like I didn't care. And you have to have like an unreasonable like amount of confidence in yourself. Like, all right, well, the next one. All right, the next one.
You look like you delusional. Like,
no, for real. I didn't like, and I had to deal with that a lot because like I come from a Jamaican family. Like, you know what I'm saying? So content is foreign to them. Like, bro,
go to school. So
like for a long time I used to tell them like, yeah, I want to do content. And it's crazy. I got a crazy story about that. Like, I used to tell my grandma all the time. My grandma's 63. She's 63, and like she like doesn't know nothing about content. She's like, well, she was an immigrant from Jamaica, so like she grew up in like the poorest part of Jamaica, like poor. Like I'm talking about poor, like crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so I used to tell her like I want to do content. You got mind you, I'm telling her this for 9 years. She's not seeing any no money, nothing to show for it. So I'm just like telling her these just words. Until one day, like, I kind of stopped telling her, I just was, like, doing it. And so, it's, like, right when I moved here. And she's a hair salon. And she came in, somebody came to do her hair. And she kept talking. The girl kept talking. She was, like, around our age. She just kept talking about, like, me and my content and stuff like that. Crazy. Didn't know she was my grandma, nothing. She's just talking about it. My grandma's like, what are y'all talking about? Like, I keep talking about this person. And she showed her the picture, and it was me. What? But crazy, my real name is Jaden. And my grandma knows me as Jaden.
Wait a minute, for real?
Yeah, like Princess is my government name. So my real name is Jaden. So they're calling me Prince. Like, Princess, I love his content. It's the girl, her sister. And my grandma was like, well, let me see. You know, my grandma kind of curious. And she saw me and she's like,
Jaden!
And so she's like, that's my grandson. And the girl like started losing her mind. Like the girl was like, no, there's no way, like hopped out her seat and everything. And so my grandma FaceTimed me. I'm in my bed. It's like 2 o'clock. It's when I used to stay up all night posting and then sleep throughout the day. And so I remember she called me. I had just woke up. She's like, Jaden, this girl said she know you. And my grandma flipped the camera and the girl lost her mind. And so that was her moment. She was like, that's what you be doing on your phone? Like, that's what you saying at 3 o'clock in the morning? And so from there, like, she kind of like was like, all right, well, I'm going to support you. And
yeah, she started calling you every morning. Get up, get to the car.
Yeah. She's like, she's asking, she's like, and that's when I realized, like, all right, she bought it because she's like, I'll probably not post for like for instance, I haven't posted in a couple weeks. And she'll call me like, I haven't seen nothing from you. Like, you okay? Like,
you okay?
Yeah, so that was like my moment where I was like, all right. And that's when I think that's when I got like an unreasonable amount of confidence because she never, I won't say she never believed in it. She doesn't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people take that like, oh, my parents don't believe in me, my grandma doesn't believe in me, but it's like,
it's a different generation.
Yeah, they don't
know.
She's coming from like the actual labor generation where they're working in factories, they're doing all this thing.
For 30 years.
And I'm posting my phone. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like that when I bought the scat was like her moment where she's like, ooh, he's doing something. Like, all right, well, let him do his thing. Like, he know what he's doing. And you gotta think about it, for 8 years, she didn't believe in me. I never called her, I never badmouthed her or anything. It was like, I know what I want to do. I had an unreasonable amount of confidence, which is what I said. Like, yeah.
So with that, right, and I also want to just let y'all know, because it's crazy you say that, and I try to think about that every day. Don't quote me on the stat, but I believe it was Duke Dennis. He was living in a trailer at the time, family members, everything in there. And he was posting consistently for like 10 years, 10, 15 years, till one video finally blew up, and then not look at where he's at now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people think it's kind of like a blow up overnight, because I feel like people glorify that on TikTok.
It happens, but like how often?
How often, you know? So it's like, people actually got to realize, like, I didn't get 100K, 1,000, whatever subs, followers from uploading for like a couple of months. Like, bro, I was doing this for 5, 10, 15 years. So I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people don't really realize, like, it took a lot to get to where you're at now. It took
a reasonable amount of time. But I wouldn't change my story for nothing, because it really did make me hungry. Like, you get what I'm saying? So like, it's kind of thing where it's like, I like to be able to say like, well, people can't be like, oh, it happened overnight. Like, you went, no, I've been doing this I was doing this for 10 years before anybody realized I was doing it. Literally, I remember like one of my videos, I loved that video so much, I watched it 100 times. That video has like 105 views. That means only five, like that's how I used to refresh the page. Like, I'm thinking like, maybe if I keep refreshing the page and I give it more views, that it might hit the algorithm. The whole time that's not how it works. I just kept pressing it. Like, that's how dedicated I was to it. So like, when I am where I am now, nobody can take it from me, because I've been doing this for 8 years. I've been doing this for 10 years.
It's true. When you learned all like the hacks and like kinks behind and the tricks and stuff.
But when we dropped that first video, I pulled it up on every screen in my house. Both my computer screens, my TV, my phone, the TV in the living room. I was like, play.
Yeah, bro. I was like real life, like clicking, like, you know, back in the day, I don't know if it, like Google Chrome has a little button.
Refresh it.
I was clicking that over and over. I remember I never get my dad know me so well, because I was like, Dad, I got 100 views on the video. He's like, well, how many times did you watch it? It's like 90. Like, I watched it a good amount of times. It's like, for real, like, that's where I was at. It was crazy.
You gotta be your biggest supporter though, for real.
Nah, really unreasonable. Like, if you have to have the most confidence in yourself, because people don't understand it. Like, I think people think it's a lot easier now because because of like TikTok makes it easy for everybody to go viral. Mm-hmm. But like, to get to the point where like a Duke Dennis, like,
consistency, yeah.
It's, you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot more.
There's people who like go their whole lives, like, well, not their whole lives now, because, you know, content is kind of a newer thing. But there's people who go like, who've been doing this for 10, 15 years, and they still like
just go. You know what I mean?
It was a streamer. She was live. Like, she went to streaming university. Like, she was live every day for like months.
Yeah, I
like,
heard about that.
Non-stop. And like, she only had like 100, 200 followers. She was like 24 hours. Like, what they do with subathons, she was doing that her whole life.
Yeah.
And like, nobody realized till like her like 200, 300 a day. Like, She was doing it for almost a year. Nobody realized.
Yeah, bro, that's really
That's crazy.
A lot of people don't even understand. Like, for instance, like not to bring up every time, like Kai from New York. You know what I'm saying? And we used to see him on like doing skits.
Nobody
knows.
He on content.
Everybody's like, oh, like I think I don't know like how it is for other people. Like for us, like we from the same city, so like we used to see all the skits all the time,
bro.
Him and buddy
Ronsuno,
facts like that. Those were like the two. Like we see skits all the time. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when he finally like took that leap and really like it was like. Bro, like y'all just not seeing this. We've been seeing this. Like we've been seeing his face. You get what I'm saying? For years.
Like when people talk about Kai, they be like, "Oh yeah, I started watching Kai when he was Ding Dong Nation on YouTube." I was watching Kai like when he on Facebook just making skits in the bathroom, like hundreds of skits.
What?
Hundreds.
Bro,
like cause also he been grinding.
Cause I always think it's like two levels of like popularity or notoriety. It's like in your city lit. Yeah. And then worldwide lit. Yeah. So he was in his city lit for a while before he even got on YouTube and stuff like that.
Him, Ronsuno, there's a few others that I can't think of their names right now, but like
there's
a few of them that was
one name is Brandon something, I can't remember his
there's a few of them that's like was making like skits on Facebook back then. And now like look at where he at now. Like people don't see that. People just think like, oh Kai, Twitch. But they're like obviously when you think of Kai now you think of Twitch because everything he does on Twitch, but like before I was like I used to think of Kai. Facebook, like we really use Facebook growing up. Like I still be on Facebook every now and then to see what's going on in the city, but like for real.
I heard that's an up north thing. Like y'all really used to be on Facebook like crazy.
People down here don't even know what Facebook is. And I barely check it now that I live down here and I'm not posting it, but like I do just get on every now and then.
Yeah,
just to, like,
I think I get on there like maybe every other day. I just swipe.
Was Instagram like a thing? Like why were
Instagram came later. Well, everybody used Instagram, but like I think Instagram for me at least. I didn't start using Instagram until I moved to Atlanta.
Oh wow!
Like that the first couple months, like probably like that January, I started posting on Instagram.
I mean, I had an Instagram, but Facebook was always the main
thing. Like nobody, not even like Twitter. Like
Facebook was here.
That is so. Cause Facebook's so corny. Like I mean, it's not corny, but it's corny. Like
Facebook used to be crazy. Like you used to have group chats and Messenger and stuff. I think the downfall was when they made it two different apps. Like Facebook and Messenger. But like we used to have Facebook. Facebook was mad.
Like I came out here and I had like 100 followers on Instagram. Everybody was like thousands of followers. I'm like, everybody has followers on Instagram?
Everybody uses Instagram.
Like, people have like 3,000 followers on Instagram, and I was like, well, I got 5,000 friends on Facebook. That's the
max.
I got
max.
Yeah,
5,000 friends.
I'm talking about the change, but it was 5,000.
So if you have 5K on Facebook, you was popping it.
And you gotta
you have to make it second.
You gotta look at the request.
Yeah.
But I got 5,000 friends, and I got 1,000 people who can't even get in. Like,
Facebook, that was like a real thing. Like Facebook used to be mad lit. Like. Yeah. So I still like wish sometimes we could go back to them days of like I just want to like experience like one of them days of like everybody's on Facebook, like everybody.
That would be like a throwback weekend, like that'd be kind of tough. Yeah, like everybody just hop on there.
Be overly lit.
What? So outside of that, right? You on a social media grind, you doing your thing. TikTok, we're done with YouTube, so we said forget the editing, right?
Nah, I ain't done.
We just gonna pop it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop that in.
Okay. So with social media, one thing that I did notice is your videos are not random, but like you said, you do a lot of things that you already have your mind fixated on. So I saw some of your videos about you wanting to go act, and you had like did like a tryout you had did. Mm-hmm. I saw that you had got a scat. We need to know what happened to that car, by the way. That picture was wicked.
Yeah.
We see what happened to the scat, and you're in the BMW now.
Mm-hmm. Now I don't know where I saw that.
So break this down for us. Let's go ahead and start with the acting. Tell me about your car journey. What's going on?
So acting was actually my best. I always wanted to get into acting. Like I think everybody wants to get to acting at some point. Like, everybody has like a phase where they're like, oh, I want to get to acting. But my best friend Cam, he's always been into acting like forever. Like he's been on multiple shows, Swagger, everything. So he kind of like put me on game. Like he actually signed to an agency. So like if something comes across his desk and he's like, yo, we need another person. Every person come do it with me, whatever we'll do. So that's kind of how I got into it for real. But yeah, it's speaking to like my content being so random. I just be doing stuff, bro. Like I really just be living. I literally can't tell you what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I think it's a blessing though. Like you know what I'm saying?
That's a good thing.
It keeps me entertained. Like, cause I'm a person like I get bored very fast. And so like I think God blessed me allowed me to like have such a random life. I think it's kind of weird for people that do get close to me because they like, hey, what are you doing today? Like why are you doing this? I have one of my best friends. Her name is Michaela. Like she'd be like, bro, like you never said you're gonna do this. And I'm like, I didn't think I was gonna do it. It just kind of came across my head. You know what I mean? So I just be trying stuff. I'll say I'm very adventurous. To speak to that, that's why the content is always like so random. It's not like I'm doing something consistently, unless it's like, oh, he's going to school. All right, I'm going to school. I go to school every day. But like other than that, my life is very random. But to speak to the car, so the scat became a goal of mine right before I moved to Atlanta. I went to a car meet. It's like one of my first car meets. Shout out to my brother. He really got me into cars. And so I went to a car meet, and one of my brother's best friends knew this guy named Zeus. Shout out to Zeus. I think he still posts content to this day. But Zeus had like a bunch of friends, and they just took us to a car meet with him. So we was in like a convoy of like 9 scats, a Hellcat. Like, yo. And you know, in New York, we really into like BMWs, Mercedes. We into foreigns. That's what we call it, foreigns, whatever. I didn't know nothing about no real like muscle cars. You know, Mustangs, but I ain't know nothing about no like Chargers, Scat Packs, and stuff like that. And it's like 2016, 17. So this is when they first dropping. Like this when Hellcats and Scat Packs just coming out. 2015 is when it came out. So like I remember just like, yeah, I need one. I think one of the titles of the video was like, I need one of these. It's like, I think I found my dream car or something like that. And so it kind of just became a goal. I was like, man, I'm gonna do it. And nobody believed me. Not a single person. When I originally said it, I was like 16, 17. I was like, I'm gonna get one. And so when I got to Atlanta, everybody had one. I'm like, ooh, this is attainable. Like, I knew I was gonna get it, but all right, now I'm really gonna go get it. And so I got my first, like, it's crazy because right after I said that, I got my first, like, brand new. I had Honda, the Hellcat Accord. The real ones know about the Hellcat Accord.
Yeah, people know about
the Hellcat Accord. And so the Hellcat Accord was just starting to go downhill. Like, first the AC went out, and then the alternator. It's like, you know, that little part right there, they're all connected. So once they all start falling apart, you feel me? So I just was like, all right, bro, I gotta do it. And crazy enough, I had just hit rock bottom financially. I had fixed the Honda, and then I got a Reels, right when Reels started coming out. Reels Instagram had hit me. It was like, yo, like, we trying to do this Reels program. We'll pay you to post on our platform, but you can't post the videos that you post on our platform anywhere else. I mean, I make 8 videos a day. If you only want one, I'll do that. It was like 2 a week, but they was paying bread. I can't say because I signed an NDA, but it was paying bread, like bread. It made no sense. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm rich. Like, and this is like my first time making money on content. So I'm like, man, what? I'm just doing it. So what I did was, I did it. I think it went on for like maybe 6 months. And I literally just saved everything. Like, I didn't spend no money. On top of that, I was still door dashing. Like, I'm still doing...
In the Honda?
In the Honda Easy.
No.
Still door dashing. I saved mad bread. And so when I finally got to a point, I'm like, oh, I can really do this. And so I started looking for them. And I could not find one. This is like when everybody's getting them. So they was like luxury taxing them. And so I just like, man, I gotta go find one. And crazy enough, my ex-girlfriend at the time, her family lived in Dallas. And so I was about to go meet them for the first time. So I was like, she said, crazy enough, she's the reason I bought it. She's like, yo, like, why don't you look in Dallas and just drive it back? And I went and I found one.
Ooh.
It was all I wanted was red guts. I didn't really care what color it was. I just wanted a scat. And so I was like, I found one. It was gray, silver with the black stripes, red guts. It had like 60,000 miles. No accidents. Car was clean. I called them. I'm like, yo, like, dude, like, you know, I really like this car. I'll be out there next week. And I just put a deposit down. And I went and got it. Flew out there like the next week. Went and got it. I was like, oh my God.
That was good.
Yeah, because it was like the first time I had did something like, I had like spoken to existence what I want to say. I always been that way though. Like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Anybody that knows you will tell you, like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So, like, I was saying it for a while, for like 2 years up to that point. People still calling me crazy. Like, man, you 16, want a scat? I got that car when I was 19. By myself. Nobody helped me with it. Like, nobody helped me with no insurance. I had to do that. I was paying like $500 for insurance.
Sheesh.
I was like really like going through it. But it was a goal of myself. Like, it was like a goal, like, all right, yeah, I want to do this. So I ended up buying it. Who flew out there with me? I flew out there by myself, got in the car, and then my uncle, who's the same age as me, he flew out there and drove back with me. And we all drove. Him and Cam flew out there too, and we all just went out.
Oh, so y'all been knew each other.
I met Cam his senior year, so that was 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was a little different. Cam was like one of the nicest people I ever met. I think he trying to set me up on that.
What? No way.
This is like when I first moved to Atlanta, so I knew everybody. I was still like moving real militant. I remember he asked me. He lived in Gwinnett, and I'm in Marietta, so it's like an hour and 30 minutes. But we were in this we had met through this friend group. Somebody else, one of my man's, his name is Deville. He still make content too, and he put us in a group chat. He's like, "Y'all want to start this content group?" This was A&P was busting. So he's like, "I want to start this content group." I'm like, "Shoot, I don't care. Let's do it." Yeah. So we ended up doing it, but it never we only did one video together, and we never did a video again. But me and Cam always stayed cool, and so we always stayed cool. And so he said, "I'm about to have a graduation party." I'm like, "All right, bet." And so he's like, he invited all of us, but I was the only one that went. And I remember when I pulled up, it was crazy. Pulled up, and the park was in the back of not a field, but it was in the back of, think of a national park. It was in the back of the national park. So I'm driving through all the woods and stuff. Yeah. And then my phone lost connection. I'm like, I remember, never forget, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I called my cousin. I'm like, "Yo, I just got to Gwinnett. The internet, I stopped in the middle of a spot that had Wi-Fi. I was like, yo, if I don't call you in 10 minutes away, come to my location, because I don't know who this is. I went because I was trying to be, adventurous, and there's no connection, and I don't know him that well. So in 10 minutes, if I don't call you or say I'm good, but come to my location." I really thought he was set me up. I was seeing deers, and so I was like, "Oh, there's no way I go like this. This."
Oh, and then you come to New York.
I was like, there's no way. I survived New York to die to this. You know what I'm saying?
This got crazy.
And so I remember I got to the end of the park, and I parked. I seen a bunch of cars. I was like, okay, I think I'll be straight. And I called him, I was like, "Yo, Cal, I just got here." He ran up, he dabbed me. He's like, "Bro, you really can't let these gonna come." He's like, "We best friends now." I did something out of the movie. He's the nicest one there. He's like, "We best friends now." And we've been locked in ever since.
That's not awesome. That's what's up. That's what's up. This is the one you tried to sneak in, him trying to, you thought
he knows. He knows.
You for real?
Yeah, no, I swear to God, I really thought he was. But that was something I had to get over the first 2 years. And even then, I really still don't move. I still move that way in a way, but I try to be more lenient. For instance, if you had me do this 2-3 years ago, I'd be looking around, panicking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's how we was raised.
Because you're out of your element, yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't realize how traumatized I was from growing up in New York. Because for instance, when I said I had to take 2 two buses to get home, where we get off at, rural niggas on the L train, the last 2 stops is East 105th and Rockaway Ave. Mm-hmm. So East 105th is the block that I live on, but you gotta walk through the projects to get to East 105th to where I stay at. And just a street that blocks off the houses from the projects. But them 2 blocks, boy, they get you on them 2 blocks, boy. I don't know what it's like now, cause I don't go back very often. But when I was in high school, it used to be really bad. And so I remember one day, say that Monday, I walked through there and they pushed up on me. I was like, damn, they got me. But they ended up letting me go. I'm like, cool, all right, whatever. And then the second day, I'm like, man, I'm confident because I kind of push them off me. I'm like, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. And the second day, I'll never forget. The second day I walked through there, I went through there again the very next day, being ignorant. And I was like, all I heard was, "Hey, yo, Jaden." I see them boys coming out the courtyard. I said, "Ooh, yeah, I can't walk through here no more." So that's how we was living, and that was so normal. Hearing people get locked up, hearing people die. I think even till now, I'm still numb to it. So that's why I moved the way I do. I move very militant. People, when I meet people in person, I'm "Yo, why are you so paranoid?" It's not paranoia. It's just how we was raised. We was raised off of no lacking. Not even trying to sound tough. That's really what it was. It got to the point where it got so bad in New York to the point where my friends, when we see each other, we'll send pictures of each other, "Boy, you lacking, how you ain't see me?" And that's how, and to this day,
that's right.
Bro, we see each other at the bus stop.
You roll up on somebody with the Snapchat camera?
Yeah, boy, you lacking.
And you green for that too, the video, bro.
Yeah, for real, we used to do that to each other. You walk into school, whatever, you walk into the train bus, if your phone go off, all right, somebody done cut me. They see me somewhere. Yeah. And so it kind of it was a game to us, but that's real life, how we was stopping each other from getting caught like that. And so yeah,
just situational awareness. Even now, when I go certain places in Atlanta, just anywhere, I could promise you, I might look fine, but I know who's on that corner, and I didn't already imagine the next 3 things that he can do to me. I know if I need to walk 2 steps this way, I know.
That's how
I'm looking at everything. I'm like, maybe I walk on this side of the street. Maybe I walk through this way, go down the steps. I know it's a little bit of a long way, but this is what it is.
It really do get like that. Even I think it more so for me now is maybe girls. If I meet a girl for the first time, I'll do stuff Man, I'll be like, yeah, I'm downstairs, but I'm 7. I either have got there already, and I'm gonna see like I got there already, or like I'll just be like, yo, I'm downstairs, and so I'll be probably like 6 minutes away. So when I get there, you have to be downstairs. If you're not downstairs, I'm leaving. Like, and that's how I get. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know you're not supposed to live like that, but it's always kept me safe. So
that's fair. I mean, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. You know what I'm
kept me
saying?
safe, but it always kept me safe. So I ain't never.
Yeah.
Ain't no point in changing it. Yeah.
I try to be more lenient too, but that's just really the way. Certain things just don't change. It's really the way I live.
Yeah, this is how I live. And
that's like for instance, me and Kennedy, super cool. I know Kennedy for what, almost over a year now, almost a year, right?
Yeah,
and
about a year.
You know, we have a lot of mutual friends, a lot of the same people, and all people I trust very much. None of them have been inside of my house, not one.
Yeah, no, for real.
Not one.
I think I went in his house one time.
And I really don't even have a problem that much with it. It's just like.
Yeah, that's for real. As many people as I know, I can count on my hands how many people have come to my house. Like I can't like where I lay my head at.
Yeah, that's real. You don't know because people.
Like my grandma stayed there. You know what I'm saying? People, you never know how people get. Like
yeah, people.
My LBs, all my LBs haven't been to my house.
Word, and you've been with them every day.
Every day, like all.
That's crazy.
All my mine. They all have now, but like we about to be. Our 1 year is tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? They've been there a few times. Yeah. It just how we was raised. Like, it's sad to say, because that's like our reality, but like, it kept us safe.
And it's not like you can't come, because if you want to come, you can come.
Yeah.
But I'm just not the person that's like, yo, everybody pull up to the crib, yeah, like, everybody.
They don't functions happening at my house. No functions happening at my house. Like, I pull up to functions, I'm back into spots. I usually drive around it. Like, it's not even no tough. Like, I never portray myself as no tough, like, tough dude. Not that. I'm not tough. Like, if you get me, I give you everything. Cause I'm not one of those guys. But like, that's just how he was raised. He was raised a certain way, and it always kept us safe. So I'm gonna change it now.
I can't be mad at that though. That's real. I mean, the most I'll do, I'll keep the exit and I'll back in. That's the most I'll do.
Yeah, like I be on that. Like I be super. It is. I think that'll never change about me though. Like,
but it does get exhausting though.
It does.
I can imagine, especially like now that you're moving out here, it's like I want to get away from that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you see other people live so freely, it make you be like, dang, like.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I never moved back to New York. I could never come back.
He says that all the time too.
I could never live like that again. Like, it was really like, we had to like time out when we was like going to school and like, all right, if it get to a certain point, if it's like 3 or 4 o'clock, I can't walk through these P's or these projects is what, like, that's what I call projects. You can't walk through these P's because, boy, if they get you, they get you. You get what I'm saying? Like, and so now I can't go out like that. So, like, from that point, from the time I'm 15, 16, I have to, every time we walk out the house, like, I'll never forget, it's gonna sound so sad, but like, real. I used to, the way my house is set up, you have to go up the stairs and then there's a gate. Every time I walk out the gate, I always used to close the gate behind me and stand on that top stair and just look down and just like, every morning before I went to school, if I don't make it back, I don't make it back. I was really okay with like, if I leave the house, like, if I don't make it back, it is what it is. Like, and so it kind of like, I didn't realize how crazy I was until I got here and I'm in the burbs. I'm like, man, I'm not watching my rear view when I pull up to this house. I'm like, I'm really changing a little bit. But those small things will never change about me. Like, never. I go everywhere. If I go to a party, I know where all the exits at. I know where I park at. I'll put my car in valet, so I know it's right in front of where I need to go. I'm not walking 2-3 blocks to get somewhere. Like, I really move like that.
That's right.
You know, one of my superpowers is like, because you just said a party, you made me think of it. Like, anytime I go to a party, you know, like sometimes you can't park right in front. You gotta park far or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll go to a party. I could be drunk. I could be whatever. When we leave that party, everybody like, damn, where we park at?
Always know my car.
I'm like, don't even trip. I know we gotta walk 1 block and then we gonna see a globe. And when we see the globe, cause that's how I grew up. No, so I'm like, oh, the chicken spot from this corner. On the chicken spot, I make a turn. And on this, the Chase Bank is across the street from this. When I see the Chase Bank, I know I make a left. You feel me? That's just New York.
I also have like very immaculate
memory.
I have like almost photographic memory.
I need to work on that.
No, like I remember everything. You only have to show me how to get to somewhere once.
Yeah, I'm good. Like, it's bird.
Like, anybody that knows you tell you, I don't use GPS to get nowhere.
Even with this traffic?
Nowhere.
Whoa.
I know how to get to Marietta from here on the back roads. I know how to get to Marietta from here. I know that anywhere I've ever been, I know how to get to. Anywhere. You don't gotta tell me nowhere. I know how to get there.
That's low key like I don't know. That adds like an attribute like that.
Yeah,
definitely that gives you like a few overalls. For sure.
By anybody that is around me very often, they'll tell you I don't use GPS to get nowhere. You show me how to get somewhere once. I don't care if it's in Duluth. I know how to get back.
You lying?
I swear to God, I can get to Duluth from if me and you got in the car right now and drove to Duluth. I can drive to Cam's house.
What?
I know how to get anywhere without GPS.
Bro,
if I've been there before.
Maybe I need to work on that, bro. I need to start doing some brain.
But it's certain things that I feel like what I always used to say is that just growing up in big cities you have superpowers, but then there's other things that you don't get growing up in New York. Like I don't know a thing about being around animals. Like people tell me they grew up in the suburbs of Georgia and they got a horse. What?
Yeah.
That's not a zoo though. Isn't like the zoo like a big
deal? That's what you go there for like school trips and stuff.
You feed the animals, but you like. I'm not feeding no horse every day and going to ride a horse. It's not my horse. You feel me? Like
it's not my horse.
You feel me? I don't know nothing about building a porch on a house. You feel me? Like I grew up in a brownstone. Like we grew up in the projects. You feel me? There's a lot of things that you don't learn. Like what people call like country skills.
Yeah.
New Yorkers have none of that.
We don't got none of that.
So like the concept of like I can hit a deer driving home at night is like.
But that's my biggest fear. Genuinely, one of my biggest fears.
Did you ever have deer whistles, bro?
What?
They have deer whistles that you put on the front of your car to scare the deer away when you're driving.
No.
I did not know it was a thing.
Nah.
So that's why I'm like, I can't imagine what y'all don't know, and I've been here.
Yeah, bro, I'm talking about like, if it's late at night and I'm like, on the highway I ain't tripping, but like, if I'm coming through like my neighborhood or like a couple streets before I get to my neighborhood, I'm driving slow.
It's over with, yeah.
I just like,
you know,
the BMW was tuned, so like, I just hit the button and that's when it like turns into whatever it turned into, and so like it used to pop crazy. I used to literally like every time I don't care how much gas I got in the car. Once I hit that right turn and I'm on that one road and I know they be sitting up there, I put the car in the button and I just make it pop, and then that's how I know. Alright, bro, they know at least in my
I'm coming.
They all know, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they all like, nah, but I have like a genuine fear of like hitting a deer, like a genuine.
I don't kill you too. Them things will total your car, bro.
What?
They ain't kill you.
Yeah, I have a genuine fear of like what's the name. I've only been in one accident.
Scat.
I was in a scat, yeah.
Be honest with that. Actually, insurance don't need to know.
Nah, it's over with. That was not my fault.
Okay, cool. That claim's being paid out.
One of my skills, I'm a very, like, anybody tell you, I'm an immaculate driver. I know how to drive. You know, cause we come from like the cutting up stage. No, underbelt party way. You know what I'm saying? That's how we learn how to drive. We learn how to drive like, we don't got no roads.
Yeah, it's real narrow roads.
Small, so having 6 lanes is like a raceway. At least back then, but like.
All right, y'all. So we got to hear a good amount of information from Priince. This was an amazing episode. I'm so glad to have you on. I'm sure Ace is really excited that we had you on, and we're ready for y'all to tune into the next one. But you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all learned and today got beyond that bag. We'll see y'all next time.